Hey guys, welcome back to another Livy Chill ASMR video. So today's video is going to be my first soft spoken video. If you like these kind of videos, stay tuned. If not, check out some of the other ones on my channel, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment any video ideas that you would like to see. So today I'm just going to be doing a very natural makeup look. I'm already prepped, primed, and I also did my eyebrows. I have, excuse me, I have my my mirror sitting right here. So if you see me veering off to the left, that's just what I'm doing, just looking in the in the mirror. So because I'm not really doing any heavy eyeliner today, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in with my face makeup. I'm just going to be using a BB cream. I primed with the Fenty Beauty hydrating primer, and I'm just going in with some Maybelline Dream BB Pure, just for a light coverage to cover up some of the redness that I have, hyperpigmentation. I never go for a super heavy coverage in the summer for obvious reasons. You know, it gets hot and things crease and crepe. So I just try to eliminate a little bit of the redness I have with a nice light BB cream. My main focus for the BB cream is under my nose and on the parts of my cheek right here that experience the most redness, and a bit on my chin, which also has a bit of redness. And I have a couple acne scars left from when I was experiencing pretty bad acne last year. I started a Yaz birth control that I'm sure I mentioned in one of my videos, that kind of lowers those hormones that typically, oh yeah, by the way, sorry about this clothes situation going on behind me. I have like really bad body dysmorphia, so oftentimes it takes me a minute to find something that I feel comfortable in. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Stick Foundation. I feel like I have a predominantly a round face with kind of a V jaw. So to kind of eliminate that roundness, I go by the temple. Oops, not the eyebrow. And bring that just right there. I actually just tried this for the first time yesterday after seeing a couple makeup videos, and I think I really like it for my particular face shape. My forehead has kind of just been sticking with a sunburn this year, so that's fun. I mean, it's not really a sunburn anymore, it's just like super tanned on my forehead, which is kind of helpful. I don't really have to put much contour. Kind of just like a natural contour kind of thing going on. I also have like a large mirror behind me because this is on my vanity. if you guys seen my previous video, where I did those affirmations, if you guys like those and you guys think those are helpful, those actually come from an app that I have. It's called I Am, and you can set when you get notifications from it. Pretty much I get them all day, and anytime I go to unlock or open my phone, I'll see those, and I just think it's really nice, especially if like you're like me and have some issues with just self-love and learning things like that, because it is learned, especially if, you know, depending on your situation growing up and your attentiveness from your parents sometimes, and how your parents love themselves as well, we just don't learn it as good. Just gonna add a little bit more, because I am a bit dark. I try to blend it all the way up, but as you've seen, sometimes I get flustered and just drag it. I just blend it up, focusing on the sides of my forehead, but I also have a larger forehead, so I also take it up here, but taking it on the sides again just kind of brings the face in a bit to eliminate the roundness of it. I don't have an issue with my face being round. Sometimes I will do makeup that accentuates that, but not very often. I have a feeling, because the way that I've set my channel up, I have a feeling this video probably won't be a very high viewed video, and that's okay. Just kind of trying to try some things out. I'm really not the best at contouring, but I'm trying to get better with it. As time has gone on, I've realized, for me personally, the way my blending skills are, cream contour has worked best for me. And it's really nice because you know, if you use BB cream like I use, you can just go in the areas that you think are too heavy. I also use powder and just dampen that out a bit. I'm gonna look behind me in this mirror. I think that looks really good. I think in the camera it kind of accentuates the color of the contour a bit, but that's okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, my main focus recently has been trying to improve on my contour. I've always been really good at doing eyeshadow. That's always been my strong suit, but with face makeup, I feel like it's forever changing, and I'm just trying to figure out what I like the best. So for blush, I'm going in with, it's actually an unnamed palette, but this is actually a lip palette, but there's so many shades to play with blush. I'm just gonna go in with a hot pink mixed with a bit of this peachy color, and I just blot it out on my hand first because it's always best, you know, to start with less for blush especially. Again, just focusing that on the outer and up to my temples. Just blending it into that bronzer. I do use a brush to apply this, but I am gonna go back in with my sponge just to blend it a bit more. I personally don't really like to use bronzer on my nose, just because I feel like I don't really need it. I don't have a nose I feel like needs to change shape in any way. Some people like to make it look more like, but I don't really, never really been into the nose contour personally. Maybe it's just because I'm not good at it, but and I'm gonna go in with some, although I don't use bronzer, I do use blush, because I just love it. It's just like such a girly look to me. Just a nice blushed nose. Kind of a bit of a sun-kissed look, honestly, but I just dig it. A bit on my chin and forehead, just the residue to even it out a bit. And on top of the cream blush, I like to go in with a powder blush. I do have this new kind, which is basically like, it's a kind of a peachy pink color. It's by e.l.f. Got this for like 81 cents at Walmart. Tap off the excess. Going in with a very light hand. Because of everything in my makeup that I want to stay the most besides bronzer, it's the blush. I mean, clearly we want everything to stay, but okay. And again, just gonna okay. So now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna let that set in the face a bit. I do like to go in with a bit of powder under my eyes and under my nose, and a bit right here, just to, like, you can see is kind of interesting what we got going on here. Actually, I'm gonna blend this down a bit. This one's good, but yeah, I just like to clean up the edges a bit after I get done with that. Trying to be so delicate with moving these palettes around, because I do not plan on editing this video really. Maybe a couple spots, but I'm going in with my 305 Fierce by Nature just for a bit of a glow, a bit of a contour on the eye. Trying to find a very with this brush, as you can see, it's like very tapered. And going with I don't want to put the whole palette up, but it's kind of like a burnt orange kind of brown. That's even a good description, actually. When I'm doing up close things like this, I like to use just a small little compact and just leave my eyes open so I can see that natural shape. And again, just going in with a very light application to start off with. Side to side motions, windshield wiper motions, blending that out. Seems like I'm blending it out far, but there's not really a ton of product on the blush on the brush, so plus we got a lot of contour situation going on the outer. It's super interesting to see it on camera because it does not look the same in real life. I feel like the camera really saturates the colors of it. A lot of times I feel like, wow, like it does not look like that in real life. Maybe that's just my bone. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know. I remember being young, the way that I was taught to do makeup was always to like close your eyes and like, but I've realized that like I've never had what I would classify as like hooded eyes really, but there is a slight hood, I believe, to everybody's eye. So just leaving the eye open for most of the makeup, and even when you go in to kind of, get it in the crease, especially with like if you're going in to really add some depth, which I'll show you here in a sec because I'm going to add a little bit more depth. Trying to see it from all the light angles. Yeah, it's best to make sure you do get it in that crease because we do obviously, we blink and stuff like that. You don't want no product in the crease. But even if you do get stuff in the crease, like I said, once you open your eye up, everybody has a bit of a fold going on. Alright, and now I'm going to go in with, this is also tapered, but it comes out to a bit of a point with this slightly darker shade just on the tip. And I'm going to leave my eyes open, and I like to go right above the eye and just add a bit of depth right there. I feel like it makes my eyes look deeper, which kind of makes them look a bit bigger, if that makes sense. May very well not make sense, but and as you can see, I applied that right above where my eye folds. A bit more. But then I'm going to kind of close my eye like that and fill in the part that you really can't see when my eye is all the way open. Just peep how messy this palette is. I think all my palettes pretty much are like that. And I don't even keep them in a makeup bag or anything like that together. They just kind of happens. I don't know. And regardless if I am going in with more product, I always keep a pretty light hand because I feel like it's way easier to blend when you just have those feather strokes, because it is just powder on the face, you know, it's not cream where you have to really rub it to move it around. It's just powder. It's very easily maneuverable if you're not pressing too hard. I'm just gonna blend that slightly. So, pretty basic, but it just kind of adds a nice little shadow. And then for the lid, I think I'm going to go with my BH Cosmetics palette. Definitely top 3 for well, I'd say it's number 1 right now for palettes that I have any type of glitter in them, just because there's so many little. This is the Desert Oasis palette by BH Cosmetics. Oops, sorry. I have such a basic look, and a lot of these are very like va-va-voom shades. Just gonna go in with this golden. I'm just using my finger because, like I said, it's not like a serious makeup application. I just don't want to leave my lids bare. Sometimes I'll just go in with matte, but it's just so sunny and it's summery outside, so might as well use some glitter. Yeah, if you see how it goes on so glittery. I don't want to add more, but I'm just blending it out to add a bit of a shimmer, but nothing too crazy. I honestly think I could have gotten away with the matte. I probably should have done a matte now that I'm looking at it, but no big deal. You can't even really see too many sparkles, really. Wow, now that I'm close up to the camera, it looks very not blended, but it just doesn't look like that in real life. It's just frustrating. I can get in the camera and blend it. This just all right here looks atrocious. Oh well, we're gonna pretend like that doesn't look like that in the camera, because in real life, that's not what I see. Alright, oh, before I forget, this palette has some nude shades, so I'm just gonna go under the eye. I love these little flat brushes. I got this whole set of makeup brushes off of Shein, and they work pretty great. I'm just gonna go in with a nude, kind of peachy color right under the eyes. super dark colors, in my opinion, can kind of close the eye off, especially if you don't have a super dark eye look. It kind of just make them look smaller, but when you have like a nude look going on like I do, very basic look, I think it just ties it in nicely. Just some mascara. Sometimes I'll use falsies, but I haven't really been wearing them as much as of late because eyelashes have just needed a bit of airtime. I definitely need a new mascara. I actually keep my favorite mascara, which doesn't really make sense, but I keep it at work because I often forget to do any makeup. Well, not forget, I just never really had the time, so I always get up really late. I never really go super close to the roots on my under eye because of what just happened. I'll accidentally dab it, and I just hate any dabs of mascara, but I won't go in and clean it up because then it'll mess with the eye look and then just throws off my mojo. I put on a lip mask early, so I don't really have to put anything over my lips before I do this. I'm just going in with the NYX, the cheapest, best for the price point lip liners. This is in shade Peekaboo Neutral, which is pretty close to my natural lip. The only part I really overline is right where you guys just seen, and I just kind of connect because I feel like it makes a more pouty look. On the bottom I don't really overline, but I do have some areas like on the side of my lip where I just don't really have any pigmentation, so I like to line those parts. And then I'm going to kind of like color in the rest of my lip and then add some lip gloss over it. This is from actually a small brand, SHFREEN Cosmetics. It's actually somebody in my family that made this, but it's just like a purple sparkle. But that's not how it like actually look when it applies. So yeah, that's about it. My hair's a bit frizzy at the top today, but I'm not gonna really worry about styling. Oh, before I forget, I do like to set my makeup. I use pretty cheap setting spray. It's just the Maybelline Fasting Fix, but I don't really spray it to set my face. I spray it before I put my highlight on. Going in with the same BH cosmetics palette, and this stuff is very pigmented. And then I'm gonna go a bit down my nose, right here. And I do like to add just a touch to the brow bone. Alright. And then after I got the setting spray on, I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me by Maybelline. As you can see, I really like Maybelline. And a beauty blender. It's gonna be a bit of a long video, guys, if you're still here. And then just right under the eye. And my forehead, which often is very shiny, and we can't have a big forehead that's also shiny. That's like literally illegal. Alright. And I know some people really like the super dewy looks, and I do like some like, you know, right on my cheeks. I don't mind like a little bit of that dewy look there, or like on my eyes, but like I said, my forehead, like right above the lip, the chin, and like these areas of the face, I don't really like to have dewy. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I hope this was semi-relaxing. If not, then you maybe learned a couple things. That's fun too. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.